Ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Auto Club Speedway, Thursday night action. OCRL TV brings you the OCRL.com's Auto Club 400. We're coming to you live. Tonight, it's me and Trey Landry. We're going to bring you flag-to-flag coverage. We got 25 of these boys. They're ready to get out here. They're ready to get the work done. Mostly so they can get off the West Coast, as this concludes our West Coast tour. Trey Landry, how you doing tonight, bud? $102. Oof. Well, we've got qualifying concluding here shortly. Yep, that too. Practice even better than qualifying. We've got practice concluding, qualifying going to be starting. We've got no surprise. We've got RFR's own Dustin Johnson and Chuck Sweeting leading practice. Dustin with a 39.348. Chuck with a 39.402. So look for one of them boys to end up in victory lane tonight. But we're going to go straight to the action. We're going to pop around, see if we can bring a couple of cars going around. See what we got. Looks like we got so far we got Patrick O'Toole, Bentley Glazer, Eric Mickey, Chuck Sweeting, David Cater, Jesus Andrade, Troy Campbell, and Gil Gawk on track. We're showing you Eric Mickey right this second, but basically what we're looking at, if you're unaware of how this works, iRacing allows all the cars to go out at the same time, even though none of them are visible to each other. Basically, it cuts down on qualifying taking an hour and a half. What we can do in an hour and a half, we can physically do in about 5 minutes. We're going to see what these boys are capable of. We got David Cater out on track now. Chuck Sweeting has rolled off. Oh. Well, we'll have to see if we can't get some updates on that. Interesting. Chuck Sweeting. Definitely, almost, matter of fact, a full 10th pickup. Looking to see if we can get, not seeing his name here. Let's see if we can't get, where in the, did he go? There we go. Well, we're looking at Dustin Johnson here. Interesting, I think, technique. Looks like he's rolling about 40 miles an hour through the corner, 1 and 2. Really sure what's going on there, but we'll see if we can't get somebody that's under throttle. See, let's watch Greg Newsom here in the 23 car. See if he'll be able to put down a good lap. Yeah. Oh, we got Todd Hendrick jumping up to the top of the charts. Well, almost top of the charts. Oh, and then Robbie Vrabel poking his nose in there. He's P2 on the board right now. Oh, now we got it. We got Dustin Johnson. He's under full throttle load now. Let's see if he'll be able to back up his practice time, knock his teammate off of the pole there.
Bad race last Thursday at Phoenix. Had a hard time keeping control of that car, so he's looking to have a good run tonight.
Oh, interesting development. We've got Corey Bunch and Thomas Morris in the top 5 right now.
Wow, how about that?
It looks like Dustin Johnson not going to take a time lap there. Well, we'll have to keep up with him. See what's going on. Scott Ickes slotting himself in P4 between teammates Corey Bunch and Thomas Morris.
Yeah, that's nice. Pinnacle Racing showing a little bit of speed here.
Indubitably. So we're riding around with Jeff Hollingsworth right now. It's like he's going to pick up P10. Now, something I've noticed with Jeff there, Trey, he doesn't necessarily qualify very well, but seems like at the end of these things, he's right there in contention.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's not a very good qualifier, at least so far not this year. But he usually turns it around in the race, and I'm sure he'll trade a good race for a good bad qualified any day.
Every day of the week. We got Matt Kingston. He's coming to, I believe, finish his green flag lap. Or maybe taking it. We'll see now. Now, Matt Kingston does sport the OCRL TV colors on that 33 Ford Fusion for Pinnacle Racing's Motorsports Auto Club.
And a good-looking paint scheme it is.
It really is. I wonder who painted that, man. He must be some kind of a painting genius. I don't know.
Ooh, Dustin Johnson. Top of the board with a 265.
Ooh. Picked up his qualifying effort from practice by a 10th. Man, those RFR guys, man, they sure are tough to beat.
Yes, they are.
You know, Trey, and that's any part of looks like we got the man, the myth, the bearded legend waiting for the end. He's sitting at the exit of pit road. Be interesting to see if he does go out and make a qualifying lap. We're gonna hop on board with Todd Smith real quick while he's figuring out his thing. You know, we spoke about Todd last week. Trey mentioned that, you know, he's either essentially checkers or wreckers. Maybe tonight he'll be able to keep it off the tow truck.
Yeah, he's gonna try.
Oh, but looking at his car, he's already got a little bit of right front damage. So pit crew gonna have a little bit of work before the race starts, but like he's gonna come down and finish his timed lap. See where he charts. Or maybe start a time lap. We've got him out on racetrack, Trey. The bearded man himself.
We'll see what he can do. What, 6 in practice?
Maybe a little bit of sandbagging coming from him. Looks like he just took his green.
Well, I tell you, he loves the drama, so he likes to qualify late. He likes to actually come to the server late. But you know what? Why practice when you don't have to?
True.
And Guy Winning joined us in the chat. He says, keeping that Randall Fox Racing pole streak in the Google Chrome series going, baby.
Yeah, we were what, 5 races in?
Yep.
Oh, Randall Fox, P3 on the chart. So, yeah, line them up 1, 2, 3. But yeah, 5 races in, 5 poles for RFR. So the boys over there, they're doing something right.
I tell you what, that just shows what kind of lap that Dustin put down, man. He was over a half a tenth quicker than his teammates. So looks like he's on track to make a big rebound from his disastrous race last week.
Oh, and Trey, I'm just seeing that this whole time that guy winning is in fact Dustin Johnson.
Right on, Dustin. Congratulations on the pole. Hope you have a
Again.
great race.
Yeah, he says, me and Randall hoarding the poles. Absolutely, and I don't blame you. Take all of them. Yeah, and that's something, maybe a stat to shoot for. I don't think we've had any team in the OCRL ever win every pole. I think with the level of talent over there at the RFR camp, I don't see that. I don't see that stat being unattainable. Looks like it is 9 p.m. Not really sure how much more time we got. I really could use a refill on the coffee. Where's our intern?
He's probably at Starbucks. Unfortunately, he's not going to bring us any coffee.
Probably hanging out with his BFF barista. Oh man, I had to stretch it out. If only we had a commercial to go to.
I know, right? Well, they are gritting, so.
And hit Morse. Well, let's see if they do a pit road gritting here, don't they? Well, Trey, let's hit him with that grid. We got Dustin Johnson piloting the 72 for RFR. He's your pole sitter again, with teammate Chuck Sweeting in the 26 sitting on the outside of him.
Yep, and starting P3, we got Randall Fox of Randall Fox Racing starting third, and Robbie Vrabel of Team APC starting fourth.
And here it comes. We got the Fords actually showing up for the first time this season. We got Corey Bunch and Scott Ickes. They drive both for Pinnacle Racing. Corey in the 77, Scott in the 17. Remember, Scotty's small hands makes him a better wheelman.
And starting P7th, I'd have to look at the stats, but this might be the highest start for Thomas Morris tonight in the series. He's starting 7th alongside Todd Hendrick.
All right, and our very own Matt Kingston. He's rolling off P9 tonight, the 33 car for Pinnacle Racing, with Daytona 500 winner Eric Mickey for Robbie Burgess Motorsports.
Yeah, sorry about that. Wendell, I was doing a little admin business on the driver chat there.
Understandable?
Where are we at? Jeff Hollingsworth?
Absolutely.
All right. My man Jeff Hollingsworth starting P11 and Bentley Glazer starting P12.
Ooh, then we got David Cater for Cater Racing. He's rolling off 13th, but if I'm not mistaken, he won 2 weeks ago at Vegas. I think it was Vegas, wasn't it? One of those tracks. I'm going to have to get a stat sheet.
It was Vegas.
And P14 tonight belonging to APC's own Troy Campbell in the 57. We'll hit him with P15. That belongs to resident old man Gil Gawk. He's driving RFR cars in the number 82 with Greg Newsom rolling P16 for Paradigm Racing.
And rounding out your field is Jeff Davis in that number 4 and Patrick O'Toole starting P18.
We got Cody McCauley, Charles Woods. We got Vincent Curry, Jesus Andrade, who apparently is not in the race. We also have our very own Trey Landry, and then Todd Smith, Robbie Burgess, James Duke, and Daryl Richards.
Pace cars down, Wendell. They gone.
They're doing it.
Good clean start. These guys not really fanning out yet. Just filling their oats, but that's a good thing. Kind of like California is like Michigan. These guys can run different lines. It'll be interesting to see with this hot track temperature if that outside line will come in tonight.
We got movers and shakers so far. They look to be almost 3 wide coming down the back straightaway.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to get the positions, now's the time to do it. And they're all bunched up on the start, and you got fresh tires.
Yeah, those freshies, doesn't matter what car you put them on, those freshies are something else.
Oh yeah, freshies feel good.
Looks like we've leveled out in the front of the field. Still 2 by around 7th and 8th. Got a nice little gaggle there behind Chuck Sweeting.
Yeah, so far these guys are, I would say, showing some mild aggression, making some good wise passes. Some 3 wide a little early, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah, nice little, I'll call it a slither move from Corey Bunch there to dive to the inside of the 26 of Chuck Sweeting.
Yeah, Chuck Sweeting hadn't really gotten a good start to the race. Started outside pole. He's dropped back to, looks like 7th by my screen. Of course, you know, Chuck could just be playing the tire management game here.
Absolutely, and you know, the benefit of running that truck series race, not that it always applies, but you know, you get a feel or an understanding of what the tires are going to do, you know, wear-wise. And Chuck did pretty decent. I believe he brought it home, was it 4th? 3rd? Something
Yeah,
like that?
3rd, yeah, I think.
Numbers?
Hard.
Indeed. This week's been pretty tough on remembering things, so
No kidding.
we're all aboard the struggle bus, but we're here. All right, we got Pepsi Max Kellogg's in the chat saying, "Hey guys, hey, what's up, man? How you doing?"
So we got Eric Mickey. He started 10th. He's trying to make his way to the front. Currently 6th. Our man Thomas Morris, who started 7th, he's fallen back to 13th.
And looking at the 43 car, a little bit different different paint this week. As he's not running the Petty, well, the Petty sponsorship. He's actually rocking the iTate logos.
He might not be running a Petty sponsorship, but that's no mistake. That's a Petty color there.
That is absolutely Petty colors. And to be honest with you, Trey, I don't think we'll see him in anything but Petty colors.
Yeah, and you know what? He always brings some good-looking tribute cars to the King. So, hey, more. I like seeing them.
And looking up at the front of the field, we got Robbie Vrabel Jr. He's piloting that 60 car. He's on the verge. He's right there. He wants to break through, pick up a W. But he's got his work cut out for him with these RFR guys, particularly with Randall Falks behind him and Dustin Johnson ahead of him.
Yeah, he had him covered last week at Phoenix. He had the entire field covered, but just lost that win because he crossed before the start-finish line. Changed lanes, before the the start-finish line, and as many drivers can attest in the OCRL, that's a big no-no.
Yes, indeed. That some of the guys having to, unfortunately, learn it the hard way, but it's one of those lessons that once it's learned, it's done. And as we say that, we have a new leader.
Yep, he was able to get past him.
Maybe looking to pick up where he left off at Vegas, minus the penalty, but oh, we got Eli in chat. Welcome aboard, Eli. Nice to see you, bud.
I don't know if you can hear the driver's chat. Somebody, Randall Fox, just said, Jeff Backey doesn't show up one night and everything goes to hell.
Truer words may have never been spoken, Trey.
I tell you what, he's looking on the inside of his teammate there, Dustin, as he's looking to take that second spot away.
Now it appears that he's the only RFR car not rocking the iTate logos tonight, as he's using the Fast Track Sims paint. But good looking car for Randall there tonight.
Yeah, it is. I like that big, bright yellow number 51 on the top. Very easy to see.
Yeah. That is certain. Let's see if we can't find some action, maybe back in the field a little bit. Oh, keep an eye on Bentley Glazer tonight. I feel like probably, my opinion, of course, probably the adjustment man right now. He's typically seems like he starts the night, somewhat decent, but then as the race progresses, he like I said, it seems like he continually picks up speed. So keep an eye on him to move his way forward from P10.
Yeah, he started 12th. He's already up into the top 10 after 10 laps, so he's slowly picking his way forward. Yeah, Cat D, it is a nice turnout tonight. 6 cars, Wendell? 25?
We got well,
wondering where you're at.
We got. Oh, Trey, we've also got Sweetest Kill in the chat, busting out a Mr. Blackout emote, saying, keep it classy. Sweetest Kill, I hate to tell you, but if you wanted class, this is not the place you want to be. However, if you want some slapstick humor from, well, people like me and Trey, you found the right spot. We hope you hang out for a little while. How you doing?
I tell you what, somebody that's not having a very good race is Gil Gawk. He started 15th. He's kind of dropping back. He's 18th. And look at Robbie Berger's starting tail end on the field, number 25. He's picked up 8 spots so far, so he's trying to get up there.
Indeed, he's rocking that Jimmy John's. He's rocking that Jimmy John's paint tonight. He's looking to be freaky fast, but he's going to need to pick the pace up a little bit to cover that.
Yeah, right now the sandwiches are faster than he is.
Oh! Doo-doo.
I tell you what, I'm looking at this battle up front. Robbie Vrabel and Randall Fox, they just keep changing. One lap, Robbie would be a little bit faster, and the next lap, Randall's a little bit faster. Randall's definitely not letting him get away. Maybe he's playing a little possum, just trying to save a little bit.
And someone we have not talked about yet tonight, Trey, and mostly because his hands are very tiny and sometimes we can't see him. But driving that 17 car, Scotty Ickes of Scotty's Small Engine Shop in Small Town, Pennsylvania. He's, I don't know, it seems like this whole season he's kept it very quiet on track with the exception of the second race.
Yeah.
But
well, I got look like we got somebody in the wall there.
Oh. Kind of hard to keep up with it.
Number 57.
That's going to be Troy Campbell. Doesn't look like anything to cause a caution, so we'll keep it clean, keep it green. Lap 15 for 100.
Yeah, he just went up there and kissed it just a little bit. Looks like he got a little tight, maybe drove it in too hard and washed up and just rubbed on the wall a little bit.
Oh, got to give another shout out to the Wookiee Babe. To the babe of all babes. Mostly the Wookiee kind. Hey.
Wow.
But we're going to have to put one more thing out there. Back up, Pepsi Max Kellogg's. Because that's my grill. And while I may not do anything to you, Wookiee Babe, claw your eyes out.
Ouch.
Wow. Just kidding, Pepsi. But no, really, Wookiee will claw your eyes out. Back to the on track. Kind of not really anything like the truck race, Trey. Looks like they've leveled out and it's kind of biding their time.
Yeah, I think it's that heat in the track is kind of slowing these guys down. Maybe taking the little the raciness out of it. Does it look like Dustin Johnson might have had an issue there on track? He's losing under fire from Scott Ickes. Oh yeah, they were battling 3 wide for the lead, and he just got a little loose down there on the bottom. Big sideways move for him. Was able to save it.
Hey, you know, Trey, these two had a small issue at, I don't remember what track it was now, but a small misunderstanding at I believe the second race of the season.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was Atlanta.
Atlanta, yeah, as a matter of fact. But they worked their issues out, worked their differences out, and I don't know about you, Trey, but I'm looking to see another battle from these two.
Yeah, right now it's you got 4 cars up there pretty close together, so we kind of got a four wide battle for the lead here, or a 4-car battle, excuse me.
Indeed, mind you, we're only lap 19 in of 100. We've got our segment break at lap 35. At that point, we're going to throw a caution. We're going to award some bonus points for the postseason, and then we'll pick back up with green flag racing pretty soon after. But from what I'm seeing on track right now, Trey, it doesn't appear that we're going to have a caution before then.
Well, I don't know. I'll keep watching Dustin Johnson. He's got his hands full. I'm guessing that he's kind of burned that right rear up just a little bit. But I guarantee you, come lap 35, these guys are going to be, if there's no caution, these guys are going to be begging for tires.
Now, something interesting to, at least to me, to note. We've got Scott Ickes, Eric Vicky, and Corey Bunch, all sitting 4th, 5th, and 6th. Not really something we're used to seeing with that many Pinnacle cars up in the front of the field, at least as of late.
Yeah, they're showing some pretty decent speed compared to the leaders. Just a tick off, but they still laying down some good lap times.
Looks like we may end up with a battle back here between Corey Bunch and Todd Hendrick. I think this might be one of our first battles tonight. Let's see how this plays out. As I say that, it appears that Randall Fox is making up ground on Robbie Vrabel.
Oh, so sorry about that, Wendell. I just, there's kind of some mysteries surrounding him on what happened to Jesus. He was removed from the server during qualifying and actually removed from the track. Apparently, from what I'm understanding, he has been suspended indefinitely, I'm being told, by JB2M.
Oh, interesting developments. Maybe probably a good idea to check out the podcast The OCRL Full Throttle, maybe some more in-depth details there. Check that out. Tuesday mornings is the best time to catch that because that's when it's released.
Yeah. And Jeff Backey being the team owner and one of the stars of the broadcast, I'm sure he'll get. We'll get the direct scoop right from Jeff himself.
Indeed, looking forward to hearing that. Developing stories all over the OCRL. We don't really have any crazy battles on track right now, Trey. Looks like everybody's doing the grown man thing and taking care of their equipment.
Right now, it looks like these top 3 cars kind of got the field covered as they're slowly starting to distance themselves from the rest of the field. So Cat D wants to know if there's an opening at JB2. I do not know, Cat D. You'll have to reach out to Jeff Backey Jr. and ask him that question. Well, we got about 10 laps to the end of the segment, Wendell.
Looks we got like Robbie Vrabel.
Just getting into the wall there.
Rather unfortunate. He's going to slot back in behind Randall. Doesn't look like he picked up too much damage on the right side of that hot rod, but we'll see how it works out for him.
I'm telling you, Dustin's car must be coming to him. He's looking like he's trying to make that move on Randall. So we got about 10 laps to go before the end of the segment.
It did indeed. And probably need to check the stats on that, but I wonder how many points they've been able to take home from the segment end so far this week as a team.
I tell you what, it's a bunch, probably.
He's real close to the back bumper, that 51.
Oh, hold on to it, Justin. Yeah, he had to get on the brakes a little bit, kind of upset the car.
We got
Vrabel got a little sideways, too.
We had Randall Falk's dirt tracking that car off the corner there. I tell you what, if there's anybody in the league that can do that more than once, per run, it's going to be the driver of that 51 car.
And we'll note that Eric Mickey has moved up into the top 5, so he's looking to add on to his bonus points for the chase.
Indeed, that's another thing with Eric Mickey. It's pretty much doesn't matter what car you put him in. He's I guess he's just one of those guys that have a knack for the I guess we'll just say iRacing. Seems to do pretty well in anything he drives.
Yeah, pretty accomplished road racer. Does a lot of the endurance stuff with Thomas Morse and those guys over at Pinnacle. So, yeah, he's all around. He's a pretty good race car driver.
Yeah, no slouch behind the wheels. We got the 72 making the move.
Yeah, he's going to dive that sucker down there to the bottom. It's going to be interesting to see if Randall's going to let him go here.
But as we already know, Randall, and as I say that, he does lift a little bit, but not without what's going to appear to be a crossover attempt.
Yeah, he got a big run out of that, and he's going to look to go back to the inside going into turn 3.
Yeah, while these two are teammates, they are also competitors. And Randall, no stranger to hard, clean racing. Unless it's James Duke. And then you're getting intentional X's.
Oh.
Well,
So far, Dustin's been able to hold him off that little challenge. We'll see if Randall can gather it back up and take a run at it again.
It seems like that, while it may not be the preferred entry, but that high lane coming off the corner, it's so tough to stop that run. I'm looking back through the field, looks like got battle for position between the 97 and the 26. It's like 97 is going to be the victor of that.
Yeah, I think Chuck. Listening to the driver's chat. He's complaining of his car being very loose, so he's looking for this segment to end and make some adjustments to that car.
You know, and as we were talking about earlier, you know, between Jeff and Bentley, you got to keep an eye on them APC competitors, as they are slowly moving forward.
Yeah, so right now we got 5 laps to go.
Of course, we still have Dustin Johnson out here leading the field with teammate Randall Fox right behind him. Wall scraping Robbie Vrabel. He's rolling P3 currently. And then quietly in the top 5, we got Scott Ickes and Eric Mickey. Both driving Fords. Not necessarily for the same team, but definitely an associate team between Pinnacle Racing and Robbie Burgess Motorsports.
Yeah, Dustin's trying to open that lead up a little bit on Randall, about over half a second.
Looking back through the field, it doesn't appear to be any major battles going on.
Now, looks like Scott has caught up to that rear of Robbie Vrabel. He's looking to get around and move him into the top 3.
Oh, looking to do it on the hard side.
Yeah, we got 3 laps to go, so he's trying to get every point he can get.
And Scott there with the attempted crossover. Just didn't have the exit speed to pull it off.
Yeah, it looks like he kind of lost the nose a little bit there behind Robbie Vrabel and just couldn't keep it in the gas to make that move.
And Trey, looks like we got 2 more laps before the segment break. I know these top 5, maybe 6 cars. I know they're ready to come down and get 4 freshies. Maybe, maybe sure hit it with an adjustment.
I know Chuck is. He's been screaming about it, I think, since the start of the race. He has not been happy in that car.
No, and even with the 97 and the 87 making the pass on him, he's not falling backwards, just able to maintain with him. But I will say, look for Chuck to make that much-needed adjustment and start marching his way back forward to join his R4 teammates.
No, I'm thinking there might be a little chink in R4's armor because they haven't been able to really pull away from the rest of the field. They did at first, but that top 6 or 7 cars, they're kind of reeling them in a little bit as the top 10 is starting to tighten back up a little bit.
Solid point. We're coming to finish lap 35 here. Caution should be out momentarily.
Finishing lap 34. And this will be your last lap of the segment.
I think my ticker's broken. Better. You gotta hit the live button.
There it is.
Alright, well, we've got that caution. Let's see who gets those bonus points. And they belong to Dustin Johnson, Randall Fox, Robbie Vrabel Jr., Scott Ickes, and Eric Mickey.
Yeah, some pretty good racing throughout the field. Nothing too crazy. Just like everybody's trying to feel what they got. And now everybody knows it's a good thing that this segment's a good long run. Everybody kind of can tell where their car's at, what they need to do to pick up a little speed, or tighten it up in Chuck's case, and they'll get a chance to come down and do just that.
You know, and real quick, we haven't talked about him yet, but Cody McCauley. We saw him last week, saw him the week before, saw him on the wheel. Haven't really seen much out of him tonight, which may be a good thing, but he is moving forward slowly. Keep an eye out on that PruittTeam.com Chevrolet.
Yeah, he's gained 7 spots so far, so he's going to look to continue his charge to the front after this next segment.
All right, well, as we do the pit lane thing, Trey, I'm going to go get a refill of coffee since our intern, Thomas Fredericks, wasn't able to make it tonight. So, I'll be back in 1 second.
10-4 as the lead pack is coming down.
It's like they more or less rolled off the same way they came on, with the exception of Eric Mickey and Corey Bunch.
Yeah, Eric picked up 2 spots.
Looks like big trouble for Scott Ickes on pit road. What happened there?
I'm not sure.
Lost
He's
a whole bunch.
Yeah.
Maybe 5 positions lost there on pit road.
Go back and see if I can see what happened. Yeah, it looked like he got too close to the wall there. It looks like he had to back up a little bit so he can get that service done.
Oh, Thomas Frederick syndrome. Striking the pinnacle guys again.
I believe the same thing happened to Thomas Morris, as he lost quite a few spots as well.
He slotted back in the what appears to be the 12th position, 13th position.
Yeah. Pretty solid stop for Corey Bunch.
Yeah, indeed, picking up was that 3 positions on pit road there. You know, but that's not a surprise with Corey Bunch. You know, he's a real solid, smooth, consistent guy. He knows how to get the job done, with the exception of a championship. But as far as making sure he wins races and is there at the last race of the season competing, he's been there 3 seasons running, I believe.
Yeah, I think you are correct.
Just unfortunately hasn't been able to find that magic to close the deal. But he is one. Even though we make fun of him sometimes, he is one to learn from his mistakes on the racetrack anyway. And sorry, Morris isn't here to play into that. We're working lap 39, going to be 40 at the line. We should be lights out at the line, which can only mean we're going to line them up, take them green.
Yeah, we're going to have about 60 lap shootout here. Don't want to say shootout, but 60 laps left in the race.
Yeah.
This race kind of has a green flag feel to it. You know what I'm saying, Wendell?
It really does. And I'll be honest with you, Trey, I'm not opposed to that. You know, Me personally, I'd like to see how the race is going to play out. And if you're plagued by cautions every 10 or 15 laps, you never really get a feel for how it's going to work.
Plus, it's not a whole lot of fun as a driver.
Well, don't look now, Trey, but we got our teammates on the front row again. It appears to be a trend here in the OCRL as of late. I believe,
Yeah, for sure.
I believe that's going to be Dustin Johnson leading him down to the green.
You are correct again. And shout out to Jeff Hollingsworth. He's moved up to the 6th position.
And keep an eye out on him. That man's dangerous once he gets a couple of pit stops underneath his belt.
I want to see what Chuck's going to be able to do. Starting 8th on this restart, complaining of a loose car. See if he's able to make some changes and get back up to the front and join his teammates.
All right, Trey, was a round 4. That pace car dives down. Dustin Johnson's gone. The rest of them will follow.
A little slow on the start there for Eric Mickey.
Oh, we got a gaggle of cars with Scott Ickes stuck in the middle. Almost looks like 3 wide coming out of 2. Hey, boys, this isn't Talladega.
He's looking to make his way up to the front.
As it appears, Scott Ickes bump drafted Corey Bunch all the way down the back straightaway. I can only imagine the audio coming out of that 77 car, as they're gonna do it again down the front straightaway. Apparently, this is Talladega, Trey.
Yeah.
And further back in the field, we got another gaggle. 3 wide for a moment.
I'll tell you what, we talked about...
we got one sideways. What is that? It looks like maybe Vincent Curry? Yep. Maybe Daryl Richards. Sorry. Go ahead, Trey.
We talked about Chuck making some adjustments on his car. He started 8th. He's already top 5 in 5th position. So I'm guessing he's getting that car to his liking.
He between Chuck Sweeting and Jeff Hollingsworth, I don't know, man. They get it. It's like they feel what the car needs, and for the most part, they're able to give it what it wants.
Yeah, for sure. And while we were talking about that, Randall Fox was able to get around Dustin Johnson for the lead.
As we have a battle right now between Chuck Sweeting and Corey Bunch.
Now, Robbie Vrabel, I do believe he stayed on pit road a little bit longer to get some of that damage fixed from when he hit the wall. Very extended pit stop, mired him pretty deep in the field. He's currently in 13th, looking to make his way back to the front.
And I think with the amount of talent that we've seen out of him as of late, I don't think it'll take him too long. I guess we'll have to just pay attention and find out.
Caution is out for...
appears to be the 76 car. Take it back on a replay, see what happened. Oh no, it's the 23 car collecting the 76. Stand corrected. Saw the 23 got going again. I saw the 76 sitting there, so. My assumption. Let's see what we got. Let's see if we can't hop on the
oh, yeah.
The nose cam. And 23 just out of shape from the center of the corner, and looks like the 76 tried to check up, but maybe locked the wheels up, and car just took a right turn, and unfortunate circumstances. That is going to end the day for James Duke with a blown motor.
Oh yeah, it definitely damaged the motor there, killed it pretty much. He's done. I'm sure we'll have him join us in the chat here.
I think that is a safe assumption, Trey. Maybe after a couple minutes of cooldown, though.
And so, as I expected, the entire field's going to come down.
Every
We saw
single one of them.
we saw some guys take 2 tires in the truck race. I'd be interested to see if anybody tries 2 tires tonight.
Well, Trey, if I was a gambling man, I would say if somebody does, it's going to be that 97 car.
Yeah, I was just thinking that if I was going to bet on someone, I would bet it would be Mr. Hollingsworth.
Because we got Todd Smith rolling straight through.
If he might have missed his pit stall, or somebody ought to tell him you don't get points for leading laps anymore.
Looks like we had one taker for 2 tire fire, and that's the 22 of Robbie Burgess. We'll definitely keep an eye out on that and see how that works out.
Yeah, I don't know. He's mired in the back. I don't know, and had a very long pit stop, so I don't know why he just took 2.
But yeah, we are showing Todd Smith as the leader. See if he comes back down pit road this time. That Sherwin-Williams car sure is pretty, though.
Yeah, it is. I tell you what, Chuck gained a spot again on pit road. I got a feeling we might need to watch out for Chuck.
Keep an eye out on that 26 I-tape machine. Of course, you know, Trey, it's been one of those situations where he's been a threat since he joined let's say the middle of season A last year.
Yeah, and I think he made his quick entrance. I think he won like 3 races in a row or something like that. He was just knocking them down here.
Well, and something else, and we talked about this early on in our broadcasting, I don't want to say careers, but that's the only way I can really sum it up. But we talked about it, you know, in my 5 years of being in the OCRL, or being associated with, haven't seen a driver able to come into the league and earn the amount of respect he has as quick as he has. I think a lot of that was due to his very clean driving and on-track respect.
Yeah, for sure. Very clean racer. He'll race you hard, but he'll race you clean. But he's also that type of driver. If he knows he's holding you up, he's going to let you go. And, you know, racers appreciate that. And they said Wendell, he's earned a lot of respect from the league.
And he did. Another one, Jeff Hollingsworth, same thing. But I don't know, it was something because those two came in around the same time. And, you know, Morris and myself talked about it, of course, before this was even a thing. But we were kind of blown away by how fast the league took to the guys. But, you know, that's the other thing. You know, if you come in and you're not a complete tool bag, you know, chances are people are going to respect you right out of the gate.
Yeah, for sure. And Todd Smith did duck down pit road, so that'll put Randall Fox and Dustin Johnson back on the front row. Third will be Chuck Sweeting. Fourth, Eric Mickey, and rounding out the top 5 will be Scott Ickes.
And Eric Mickey, I know for sure he is ready for this race to go green, as I'm almost certain he has to go to work after. Not sure if he got that shift change yet or not.
So Pepsi Max wants to know, who is iTate? iTate is a computer custom computer building company that's owned by Brian Tate, who's affiliated with Randall Fox Racing.
Yeah, I believe they're their main sponsor this season, and not only just the OCRL, but the official races as well. But custom computer solutions, if you will. I think we spoke with Randall. I don't think he has a website, but I'm pretty sure it can be found on, I believe, Facebook.
Yes.
Which it appears that most companies are going to that. But Trey, we got lights out on the pace car. We got it diving down pit road. We got Randall Falks taking him green. We got the rest of them trying to catch up.
A little bit better start from the front of the field this time. It looks like they're going to go 3 wide going into turn 1 here.
It looks like Todd Hendrick thought better of it. Pulled out a little bit to dive back in. But yeah, they're definitely 3 wide, and like I said earlier, Trey, keep an eye out on that 62 because he's in the top 10.
Yeah, he's moved his way up to 8th. But I tell you who they really should watch out for is that number 26. He's right there.
Indeed, those adjustments much needed on that car. He got them done. Now he's in the battle. Those boys,
we're halfway.
We are indeed. Very nice. Those boys right behind the top 3, they're battling to get it leveled out there. Is Macaulay able to level himself out into 7th? As I say that, Todd Hendrick making the challenge. But Macaulay rolled off the grid 19th. Methodically worked his way up to what is going to be P8 if Todd can make the pass here.
Yeah, it's like he's going to try to bring Corey Bunch and David Cater with him. As he gets a little sideways there off turn 2. He's going to lose a spot to Corey Bunch.
Yes, he is. I don't know that he's going to be able to stop that run that Corey will get off the high side here.
I imagine Todd is just happy to be around at lap 50, considering how early he was taken out by his teammate last week at Phoenix.
Yeah, very true.
I bet that was a very interesting team meeting on Monday.
Yeah, I can only imagine. But as usual, as Corey lightly scrapes the wall coming out of 2 there, just enough to kick some sparks up.
He doesn't look too much worse for the wear there as he closes right back up on Todd Hendrick. That's a nice little wad there. Wad of cars.
There's a lot of talent in that little wad.
Robbie Vrabel looking to continue to make up time after that lengthy pit stop. Move him into, looks like 10th. As he gets around David Cater.
Robbie Vrabel not interested in waiting. He wants to go. He wants to get back to that top spot where he was. And looking at it from what I'm seeing, it looks like he does have the speed to do it. It's just getting around traffic is going to be his hard.
Yeah, he's probably going to need a caution to help him out. Because where he's at right now, he's 3 seconds behind the leader. And, racing in traffic's just going to kind of make that gap bigger. So I'm sure he's going to hope to get around the top 5 or so, and then maybe a caution will come out and he can get some more track position. Robbie is going to be able to get around Corey Bunch there and move him into 9th position.
With as good as Corey Bunch is, I don't know that there was anything he was going to be able to do to stop that.
No.
And with that being said, I think Corey also recognized that and decided not to push the issue, just let it be.
Yeah, you mentioned him earlier as somebody to watch out for, that number 87 of Bentley Glazer. He's in the top 5, and he's running some laps just about as quick as the leader.
Yeah, another APC driver. Another team, they bring the talent to the racetrack. Now, they may not show it during qualifying, but it appears, as long as they keep the bumpers on it, for the most part, at the end of the race, they're there.
Yeah, without a doubt.
As appears Chuck decided to move over and let Scotty small engine shot by. That's going to allow Bentley as well as Eric Mickey to come by.
Yeah, I wonder if Chuck hasn't made quite enough adjustments to that car yet.
With recent weeks though, I'm really kind of thinking he just wants to keep the bumpers on it.
Yeah, for sure. He's kind of run into some bad luck.
Don't look now, but we got. I think we were saying the same thing. We got Robbie Rabel coming.
Yep. Move him up to 8th, looking to take that 7th spot away from Cody McCauley. One of the fastest cars on the track that last lap, and making a pass.
Indeed, and he is going to get that run off 4.
Kind of noticing a trend here. It seems like all these cars are in like groups of 3 and 4.
Yeah. Draft apparently playing a pretty big role here. I don't know, Trey. I've been so removed from these cars for so long, I don't even know anymore.
Yeah, this track is definitely big enough to get some draft, and Robbie was able to complete that pass around Cody, move him up into the 7th as he is coming.
He's looking to take no prisoners. Camera buttons seem to be pretty hard today, but we got Randall Fox and Dustin Johnson, still the class of the field so far. Trey, there's one thing I'd like to do that we always seem to forget.
What's that?
Let's run them through the field.
Let's do it.
We got Randall Fox. He's currently out front. When he crosses the line, it's going to be 22 of 100 lead so far. He's started P3, running P1. But look for one of these RFR boys to win the race.
Yeah, our pole sitter, Dustin Johnson, running 2nd, about 3-4 tenths behind the leader. Been around the front. Been top 2 all race, so no surprise.
All right, back in the 3rd position, we've got Scotty Small Engine Shop. Now, he's rocking the Monster Scheme this week on top of that Ford Fusion for Pinnacle Racing. He's rolled off 6th, made it up to 3rd. As we've spoken a lot recently about his, I'm going to say maturity, but his perceived maturity, that appears that's paying off for him with these recent races.
Yeah, and running P4, Eric Mickey. Good-looking Haas machine there. Nice race for him. Started 10th, currently running 4th.
Right behind him, we got the man on the verge of a W. We got Bentley Glazer. He's in the 87 car for APC. He's slowly progressing over the weeks to become a race winner. Look for that 87 driver to be in victory lane very, very soon.
Yeah, I will agree with that. And behind Bentley and running in 6th, kind of up and down night for him. He started outside pole. Is Chuck Sweeting, as he just lost a position to Robbie Rabel.
And Robbie Rabel was 7th, now 6th. He started up front, got a little bit of damage from a scuffle with an outside retaining wall. Restarted, I believe, in 16th. He's made his way back to the top 10. But look for that 60 car to become a serious threat before this race is over.
All right, running 8th is Todd Hendrick. He is also a RFR affiliate racer. Decent race for him, kind of quiet, hanging around about where he started. Been a solid run in the top 10 all night for him.
Pretty good Livingston Lures paint scheme on that. I might have to try those out this season. But P9 belongs to Pinnacle's number 2 driver. We got Corey Bunch. He's in the 77 tonight and probably for the rest of his OCRL career. But slowly, methodically, just keeping the bumpers on the car. He was as high as 5th. He's currently 9th, but still a lot of laps to go for him to rebound.
Yeah, and I want to say that's one of my favorite paint schemes in the OCRL is that Pennzoil machine. Good job, I believe Thomas Morris who painted that. But anyway, running P10, rounding out our top 10 is Jeff, the Long Run Hollingsworth for Team APC. Kind of a lackluster night for Jeff. I think he ran as high as 6th, maybe 5th, but has been hanging around that 10th spot most of the night.
Running through the rest of the field, we got David Cater back there in 11th. We got Cody McCauley. He was as high as 7th a few laps ago, but falling back to 12th. We got Mr. We haven't talked about him all night, Charles Woods. He's looking to just put a race together here too. He's P13. Our BFF AAF, Thomas Morris. He's running a solid 14th so far tonight. And Jeff Davis rounding out your top 15. Mr. Where did he come from? I guess there's still enough laps for us to say that, so we'll see how that works out.
For sure. And I'd like to point something out, Wendell. You guys know we are sponsored by the Google Chrome web browser. And as you notice, across the top windshield banner, they have the Google Chrome logo. But there are, from what I've seen, 3 cars not running that logo. Ooh. So I've been told that they will not receive points for tonight's race.
Ooh.
I know the league has given them
fair warning.
Fair warning, yeah, plenty of opportunity to get those windshield banners up. But our sponsor, pays money to the league for us to advertise them. And, you got to get them windshield banners on, boys.
Well, it goes back to some other things we were discussing, not only on this platform, but another platform. But rules are rules, and if they're not enforced, then what's the point in having them?
Yep. And that's one thing I will say about the OCRL. They are very good about enforcing the rules evenly to everybody.
True, and with that being said, Trey, the windshield banners are easily found and downloadable on the website. As we got Robbie Vrabel in the wall one more time, coming out of 4, tough break for him. And he's going to keep it going, but that's all that time he made up is going to essentially be given back right here. Man, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, that just again looks like he got down into the middle of the corner and just lost it. Couldn't maintain it. Got up into the wall.
It does allow Chuck Sweeting to get by, and man.
You just wonder that big charge he's making through the field if he didn't burn that right rear off that car.
Well, now, coming out of 4 and down the front straightaway, it doesn't look like he's hurt too bad, so maybe just some cosmetic issues there.
Like, we do have some takers down pit road. We've got Bentley Glazer, Todd Hendricks, Jeff Hollingsworth, Cody McCauley are making pit stops.
Now, Trey, are these short stops, or is this going to be scheduled?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're short stopping.
We'll see how this plays out. Looks like they are down and away. They are going to lose a lap here to the leaders, but once everything pans out, they might be looking like polished turds.
Well, this is one of those tracks with the tire fall off that once it starts, everybody comes on pit road. And, you know, it looks like I'm hearing on the chat here, everybody's getting ready to come down pit road.
Yes, Eric Mickey is getting by Scott Ickes without any hiccups there. I believe Scott is going to bring it down pit road, and that's why. But smooth move from teammates there. As Scott just lost a lot of time to the 26 and the 60. Now, hopefully Scott can get it stopped inside of his pit stall this time. Doesn't lose too much to the I-tape machine of Chuck and the APC car or Robbie Rabel there. Trey, correct me if I'm wrong, but the man that wants the caution probably the most right now is the driver of that 72 car, Dustin Johnson. Appears that just a little bit shy of being able to challenge team owner Randall Falks, but
well, he's not going to wait for the caution. He's coming into pit road.
He is. Corey Bunch going to follow him in. See who that's behind Corey. I believe that's the 4 of Jeff Davis.
And looks like Charles Woods is coming on as well.
Absolutely.
So right now we only got, it's looking like 3 cars who have not taken the pit yet. That's Randall, Eric Mickey, and Thomas Morris.
As Randall pulls out of the throttle, he is going to bring it down pit road this time by. That's going to leave Mickey and Thomas Morris out on the racetrack. As it looks like Thomas is going to dive down pit road as well. And Thomas, we haven't talked about him, but he's piloting the Got That Stat machine, and it appears that he's got Timmy on the back bumper this week.
Gotta love Timmy.
Now, you know, Trey, I can only say maybe he saw, you know, that the 84 was accidentally entered into the race, and
probably so.
Pulled out that Timmy logo.
That's a very valid point, Thomas. Wendell.
And if you'll look at the side of his race car, it appears that Timmy is chopping the 84 car in half. That is so great. That is awesome. I didn't even notice that.
He needs to work on his pit stops a little bit. I think that's twice our old buddy has slid through his pit stall tonight.
Indeed. All right, we got Eric Mickey still out on track, and if he's not careful, he's going to get blocked to the point where he's not going to be able to get down pit road. He's got more than a gaggle of fast cars behind him. And, you know, these cars with fresh tires, they're essentially not interested in riding around on the top side of the racetrack.
Now, I'll tell you what, Wendell. One of those cars that came in super early, this thing cycles around. Of course, we got 3 cars left to pit. It looks like Bentley Glazer might find himself in P1.
Well, looking at it, he is, if things cycle out the way they are, he is going to be the victor off of pit road with a 1.2 second lead over former leader Randall Falks. But he does have what appears to be 2 cars in front of him that have not pitted yet with Eric Mickey and Greg Newsom.
Yeah, it looks like Eric Mickey's coming down pit road. Our man Derail Richards is gone down pit road.
Yeah, he's
I'm just showing Greg Newsom as the only car that hasn't pitted yet.
Indeed, and that's gonna be huge for Bentley Glazer there.
I'm just wondering how long he's gonna stay out there.
Well, he gets around him the hard way. We got a new leader, Trey. That 87 car has picked up first position.
Yes, sir. Indeed, he has.
Now, we'll say this, though. Randall has closed that gap. So it's going to be interesting to see if Bentley can hold him off. But, man, that's probably going to have to be the move of the race so far, Trey.
Yeah, he pitted about 4 laps before Randall, and if he can hold on to it here out of turn 4, he's going to be looking good.
We are your 24 laps to go at the line. We got Randall running second. We got Scott Ickes in third. We got Chuck Sweeting back up to fourth. And we got Mr. Vrabel himself, P5. Looks like he was able to get his damage taken care of. And Jeff Hollingsworth, 6. Something happened with Dustin Johnson. Not sure what it was, but he's mired back in 7th position right now.
And Randall looks like he's going to make an easy pass around Bentley for the lead here.
Indeed. And like we were talking about earlier, Trey, you know, the speed and the talent of that 51 car, it's just really, really tough to beat him.
Yeah, for sure.
But with that being said, it's also there's still enough laps. And we saw Bentley and I believe Jeff Backey battle it out either in the trucks Tuesday night or in the Cup cars last Monday. I believe it was the trucks. Wherever it was, but they battled it out. You know, Bentley, a clean hard driver. He's not going to lay down and give up.
Okay, yeah. So watching Dustin, he came in 4th. He pitted 4th place and looked like he slid through his pit stall, had to back it up, lost a lot of time and a lot of track position with that mistake.
That's unfortunate for him. Here's he still has the speed though, so he may not end up contending for a win, but he'll be able to make up a few positions potentially.
But you know what, man? I tell you what, when it's just the caliber of this league, these guys driving these times so close to each other that it comes down to mistakes on pit road really hurt.
It does, and you know we've talked about it all season, Trey. Seems like every season the level of a competition here just increases and increases, and if you don't keep up with it, it shows really quickly. As he,
without a doubt.
As he does make the pass on the 97 of Hollingsworth there. Oh, it looks like Scott Ickes able to make his way around Bentley. And don't look now, Trey, but showing some speed we haven't seen out of that 17 car tonight.
Yeah, I know we talked about Chuck making adjustments to his car. Apparently, old Scott Ickes has been making adjustments to his as well.
And with 20 laps to go, he definitely has his work cut out for him, but Scotty of Scotty Small Engine Shop, no stranger to hard work and determination. See if he's able to take care of business.
I just noticed that Gil Gawk is taking his car to the garage. Not sure if what happened. I didn't see him involved in anything. I guess he just decided, hey, it's bedtime.
Potentially a mechanical issue, something going on there. We'll see when we interview. I'm sure what's going to be at least one RFR driver. We'll see if we can't get an answer for that. But yeah, it seems like we've leveled out. Going to be 18 to go at the line. I think we're at the point of the race where it's run what you brung.
Yep, those guys after that caution, last caution around lap 50 or so, they kind of split that run in half, and it's definitely run what you brung time of the race.
I think for right now we're going to keep our eye on this battle for what's going to be 4th, 5th, and 6th. That's going to be Robbie Vrabel, Chuck Sweeting, and Dustin Johnson. But I think, I still think the best move of the race so far has been that 87 car, as of course his teammate looks to make the pass on him.
Yeah, those Unfortunately, that's kind of the drawback to short pitting. Eventually, if it stays green long enough, the field catches up with you, and that's kind of what's happening.
Yep, and it looks like it might bring Chuck Sweeting and Dustin Johnson along with Robbie there. And that is going to be the case.
Still, it's not a bad call. Like I said, he's a new, young driver to the league. Make that move like that to get you out there out front and get your name and face on TV. And you never know, it could have worked out. He could have got up there and then the caution comes out, then he looks like a hero.
Absolutely true. I tell you, Trey, the words you were speaking tonight, truer words have never been spoken.
I don't know about all that, but Dustin Johnson trying to make his way back up after that unfortunate mistake on pit road with under green. He's currently 5th. I think he's going to need a caution, though, if he wants to contend for the win. He's almost 4 seconds back from our leader.
As it looks like he's going to make the move on his teammate Chuck Sweeting.
And Robbie's found his way up in 3rd. He's about 2 seconds behind Scott. Again, he's 3.5 seconds back from the leader. I do believe with 15 laps, he's going to need a little help.
And it looks like leader Randall Fawkes is slowly increasing that gap to 2nd place of Scott Ickes. That's
yeah, Randall's just clicking them off.
Setting sail on the field.
Yeah, but it looks like him and Dustin Johnson were the fastest cars that time around. You know what? We still got 20 cars on the lead lap here.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. Not typical of league racing or official racing to have that many cars still on the lead lap. But again, it goes back to what we were talking about a minute ago, the level of competition.
Yeah. And it looks like we just have 3 cars out of the race. Gill, James Dukes, and Patrick O'Toole. So I guess is going to turn out to be the Norm Binning of OCRL starting park.
Yeah. Regardless, just like Norm Binning, can't help but love the guy. Maybe we'll see him get in a truck at a dirt track and maybe win one of these damn things.
Oh boy.
Oh, so we got Dustin Johnson getting a little bit out of shape, coming out of 4 behind Robbie Vrabel there. Just a little bit of a weeble wobble.
Yeah, there's a nice little exchange between him and Robbie there. Robbie's like, I feel you, buddy. I've done the same thing.
Yeah. That's something else. I wish we could work around, Trey. It's nice to have the driver audio, but sometimes these guys get a little heated.
Yeah, no, it's best to have a middleman, if you will.
Yeah, a filter. We'll call it a filter.
Yeah, a filter. But right now, this is pretty much the race on track is for 3rd, 4th, and 5th between these 3 guys. As we're coming to 10 to go.
We are at 10 to go. Laps clicking down. We got a Randall Falks out 2 seconds ahead of Scott Ickes, who is 2 seconds ahead of Robbie Rabel. And then Dustin Johnson and Chuck Sweeting right on his bumper. Interesting line for Dustin. He's running that second groove. It looks like he loses a little bit of time through the center, but at the end of the straightaways, it looks like he's right back up on the back bumper.
Yeah, he is kind of running up in that second. I'd say about 1.5 grooves up from the bottom, maybe. Definitely can get that car to turn off turn 2. I think most of his problems these guys have been having tonight, him and Robbie's been in the middle of turns 3 and 4. Which there is kind of a bump in that area that if you don't hit it right, it can mess you up.
And like you said, Trey, this is the race on the racetrack right now. Looks like we might have another slight race back here with Corey Bunch, Jeff Hollingsworth, and Bentley Glazer, but even so, I don't think they're as close as the 3rd, 4th, and 5th place guys.
Yeah, Randall's got a comfortable 2.5 second lead here with 8 laps to go, so I think, didn't Randall win the race Tuesday as well, right?
I believe he did. It's true.
Yeah, so looking to sweep this week.
We're 7 to go. 7 more circuits for leader Randall Falks.
But I tell you, talking about Randall, he won an OCRL championship here, 2 seasons ago, Wendell?
That's right.
And he's definitely looking to be in championship form early this year.
Yeah.
So I think he's got to be the odds-on Vegas favorite to bring home the title so far this year. As it looks like Dustin's going to try to make that move around Robbie, but Robbie's not going to cut him no slack.
Oh, and we're not even paying attention to it, but look at where he just out of nowhere. He's come up. He's made the move on Chuck Sweeting. See if he's
Eric to the top 5.
He's going to be making the move on the 60 car as well. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Hey, it might be 3.
And it appears that it's going to be 3 cars. 3 cars, 2 corners.
Yeah, it looks like Dustin got out of shape coming out of turn 2 there, and Eric Mickey's able to pass them both. 3 positions in 1 lap for Eric Mickey.
Now, I can only imagine getting a little bit of hate out of the Ford teammate. Oh, his 60's out of shape. Comes down, maybe touches the 26 just a little bit. Now, they're going to keep it clean, keep it green, but that Ford driver, Eric Mickey, just coming out of nowhere. 3 cars, 2 corners. He's P3.
Yeah, some 6th to 3rd in less than a lap.
And he's good?
And he is pulling away from these guys too.
He is. I don't know if he's got enough time to track down Scott Ickes. I know he won't be able to track down Randall Falks, but he's not just going to be happy with 3rd. He is going to try to get up to 2nd.
Yeah, and that last lap when he made those passes, he was the fastest car on track that lap.
Yeah, by almost a half a second.
Yeah, he's wishing that car would have came in a little bit earlier.
Yeah. It's speculatory, but he may have been just laying back there, keeping a little bit of extra rubber on those tires. But if he finishes where he's at, we're going to talk to him if we can get him to hop over.
Sure. I tell you what, that's got to be the move of the race. That pass through 3 positions in half a lap. That was pretty impressive from Eric.
Yeah, we were calling it the Bentley Glazer short pit, but I'm gonna have to agree with you, Trey. I think that's been trumped by the 6 car.
As we're coming to 3 to go.
Got to be 2 at the line as soon as Randall passes it. Which at this point he's 3.3 ahead of Scott, who is 1 second ahead of Mickey, and it does appear that Mickey is tracking Scott down at a pretty high rate of speed.
Yeah, as we got one car going into the pits.
I'm gonna tell you,
Apparently,
Trey, Eric Mickey
Mark
is gonna
Martin.
get this 17 car.
Yeah, I think so.
He's there.
Yeah, he was almost a second quicker than Scott that last lap. I think Scott has burned him up. And you're going to watch this pass by Eric Mickey. He's going to make it look easy.
Easy peasy, fresh and breezy for the 6 car at CNC Haas machine. I don't know, Trey. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to agree. I think it's probably one of my favorite paints tonight, as he does make his way around Scott Ickes.
Yeah, Eric Mickey is definitely hauling the mail tonight.
Yeah.
As we're at 2 to go, and that's a little inside joke.
We are on the last lap, Trey.
Oh, my bad. Eric Mickey works for the post office.
A federal employee. So watch out, don't piss him off. Otherwise, you might not get your mail.
All right, Randall's just got to make it through 3 and 4.
And no surprise, he does that.
And he comes out of turn 4. He's going to bring it down. He's going to cross the start-finish line. Randall Fox, ladies and gentlemen, is tonight's winner.
Randall Fox.
How many laps did he lead? Most of them?
Yeah, we'll just go with most of them. 58 laps led tonight. Eric Mickey, he's going to be your second place finisher. Scott Ickes, another solid, quiet run for him. P3. It appears Dustin Johnson, he's going to be your 4th place guy, with Chuck Sweeting rounding out your top 5. Pretty solid race tonight, Trey.
Yeah, very. I'm impressed with the run that Eric had tonight. Started 10th. Didn't qualify very well, but man, he made up for it during the race. Great race for him.
Yes, it was. We're gonna have to hopefully get a word with him. If we can get him to join the team speak, that'd be great. But we're gonna watch Randall Fox burn the rubber off of these things. Too bad. Pretty good Toyota Camry doing rear-wheel drive burnouts there. But yeah, he's no stranger to laying rubber down at the start-finish post-race, as he does it again. How many wins is that on the season, Trey? I believe 2?
2, yeah, I think.
2. Hell, he wins so damn many of them, we can't keep up.
Yeah, I reached out to Eric's team owner, try to get him up here in the booth.
See if we can't do that, but
I'm pretty sure he's gonna have to leave.
Yeah,
quickly.
Pretty quickly. Looks like we got Randall Fox, Eric Mickey, and Scott Ickes going to be your top 3 interviews. Who are we going to throw the random to?
I'm not sure, but let's try to get this interview in with Eric real quick.
Well, let's do it.
All right, folks. Tonight's 3rd place finisher, Eric Mickey, decided to get him in here early because we know you probably have to go to work pretty soon. Started 10th, finished 2nd. Outstanding run. I think the move of the race tonight was you passing 3 cars in less than half a lap to move from 6th to 3rd. Tell us about your race, buddy.
It was fun. I wasn't looking forward to it during practice. I don't think any of us really thought that the setup was any good, and I think some of our guys would argue it wasn't. But I mean, we settled down. I think being upset about or not happy with that setup made me drive it a different way, and it just kind of worked out.
Yeah, it definitely worked out as we saw you come on very strong at the end of the race there, passing your associate teammate Scott Ickes like he was sitting still. Eric, were you making big swings at the car with adjustments tonight?
No, I didn't really have much help trying to figure out how to fix it with what I was struggling with. 3 and 4 was the biggest issue I had, and I ended up making one adjustment that Bunch suggested, and that helped a lot. It actually did make it a lot better. But yeah, at the end, I just decided that if I was going to have any shot to pass the guys ahead of me, I had to do something that they weren't. So I waited a little bit longer and had those fresh tires. And I mean, overall, it was a fun race. So I really enjoyed being out there tonight.
Well, I will say too, one of the best looking cars on the track. I love that Haas paint scheme you got going on there.
Thanks. Yeah. Switching it up from the Konica Minolta here and there.
I got you. So you weren't looking forward to this track. Are you looking forward to Martinsville?
I mean, I wasn't looking forward to this race considering how the setup felt in practice, but I do like racing at this track, and it was fun. Martinsville, I enjoy racing there, but I'm not very good at it, so it's pretty it's mixed feelings about there. It's one place I definitely want to cross off my bucket list.
Well, I'm sure if anybody can do it, you can do it, Eric. I'll let you go because I'm pretty sure that you got to go. But thanks for joining us tonight. Awesome race, buddy. Looking forward to seeing you next week.
Yeah, thanks guys. It was thanks for doing what you guys do, and it was fun being here. I'll be here next week.
All right, Eric. Thanks.
Well, joining us in the booth, our BFF AAF, Thomas the Hitman Morris. Thomas, before we bring anybody else in here, I just have to say, Timmy was looking especially good tonight.
Timmy couldn't find his pit stall tonight.
Well, looks like he found the chainsaw to slide it through the '84 car on the on the side panels. We got a nice close up of that. It was pretty funny. It had me giggling.
Fun race. Just, I mean, the car drove good back there. Probably a 10th to 15th place car. And once you miss your pit stall on the green, kind of have to make all that back up again.
Very true, very true. But we saw a pretty fun race up at the front.
Track's terrible, but also fun at the same time. So
Yeah, I can imagine.
can't wait for dirt.
Yeah, not sure who we're gonna have next, but yeah, it was kind of uneventful in the booth tonight, as our intern Thomas Fredericks wasn't here to go get coffee for us.
Or just mumble up the whole thing.
Oh, excuse me, lead intern. But it looks like Trey has tracked down our next victim.
Yeah, I figured our random interview tonight would be Robbie Vrabel. Robbie, you had a pretty good start to the race. Nice qualifying efforts. Fourth. At one point, we thought it was going to be a repeat of last week at Phoenix, where you just got out front and decided to lead all the laps except for, well, that one. But we won't talk about that. Pretty eventful race, though. It looked like turns 3 and 4 were your trouble spots tonight, man. Tell us about the race and how difficult was your car to drive tonight?
Well, I made a bunch of changes for tonight's race. I ran something for NIS that was a track temp of 100 and just wasn't really getting over the bumps all that well, and I made a few changes in practice and it seemed to handle it, and then the more laps I got on it, the splitter got all over the racetrack, and I don't know what bump it was in 3 and 4. There was about 2 or 3 of them that I found, but the 2 times I hit the wall, as soon as I hit it, it just went straight. And there wasn't much I could do to get it out of the wall. As soon as I hit it, I knew it was going to happen. Just didn't do a very good job of taking care of the car. It felt great, and as soon as the track started taking rubber, I just couldn't keep up with it. That and the damage to the right front just made it slower down the straightaway. So just a driver having a bad night, I guess. Just wasn't meant to be. I've never liked this track anyway. This has always been one of my worst. So to get out of here with a 6th place finish and a top 10 is something positive I can look on.
Yeah, absolutely. We kind of speculated that about that during the race. You know, it's like I don't think he's loose. It looks like he's hitting those bumps down there in 3 and 4, and it's kind of shooting him up the racetrack. And apparently that was the case. But there at the end of the race, like you had a nice little battle there with Scott and Dustin and Eric. It looked like a lot of fun.
It was enjoyable. I was driving it as hard as I could at that point, just trying to get everything I could. And I was a little disappointed there was no top side. It was so hard to race. You could pinch the dude underneath you so much, but after a while, you just get up into the gray and there's no grip. It just goes straight or it gets loose on you. And I tried. I gave it everything I had. Like I said, the car definitely wasn't as good tonight as it was last night. More so my doing. Like I'm the one who made the changes, so it's my own doing. But it is what it is. It was a lot of fun. As frustrated as I was with the car, that was probably the highlight of the race right there. Was just being able to race them as hard as I could and hang on to it as long as I could. It got a little loose there at the end finally, but it is what it is. It's just the characteristics of this track, man.
Well, one more question before I let you get back to your team. You've been very fast the past couple of weeks. Are you going to try to be a fixture here in the OCRL? Because I do believe that if you make an effort to be here every week, I think we will be talking to you as race winner Robbie Vrabel before it's all said and done.
Oh, that's nice to hear, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's in the plan. I wanted to run more than what I have already, but I've had commitments and school on Thursdays normally takes up a lot of time, and by the time I get home, eat and do what I got to do, 9 o'clock seems to come and go. So the last couple weeks, fortunately, I've been able to make it. I'm planning on running as many as I can. Like I said, Tuesdays and the truck series are odd because of the peak schedule. I normally help out my teammate there, so when they're not racing, I plan on doing the trucks, and when they are racing, I can. But as for Thursdays, I'm trying my best to make as many as I can. It's just a little tough with commitments, but I've seen the schedule. There's some good tracks coming up that I'm really excited to get to, so hopefully one day I will be talking to you as race winner. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I have full faith and confidence in you and your team that they'll get you to victory lane before it's all said and done. And I totally understand it about the commitments because sometimes adulting sucks.
Yeah, it's horrible. School sucks more than anything.
Oh, I tell you, I'm a full-time college student myself, so I feel your pain.
Same. It is rough.
Yeah. All right, Robbie, I appreciate you taking the time to join us. I'll let you get back to your team. Look forward to seeing you next week.
Absolutely. Thanks, Trey. Take care, man.
Trey, well, it sounds like it's time to pluck Scott Ickes right out of thin air. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm trying to find him
He's
here.
in the RFR room,
I see you.
and as Trey goes and gets him, I meant pluck, just grab him and pull him down. But yeah, what a night. Oh, there he is. Scotty of Scotty Small Engine Shop. He's driving a 17 for Pinnacle Racing Motorsports Auto Group. He rolled off the grid P6 tonight, handled business, finished third. Probably not exactly happy with that, but Scott, tell us about your night.
Yeah, we had a decent setup. We had to make some big changes on it. Not just track bars, but tire pressure, stuff like that, middle race, and got her going as good as we could. Short pitted. Normally we don't do that, but had the feeling that race is going to go green flag the rest of the way, and luckily everything played in our favor to pick us up a few positions before where we pitted.
Well, I tell you what, looking at the speed charts from practice, it looked like Pinnacle Ford or the Pinnacle Racing team as a whole has found some speed. As all you guys in those Pinnacle Fords were fast tonight. Is that the case? Have you guys stumbled up on something? I see a lot of the Pinnacle guys in that top 10. I do believe Thomas Morris could have ended up in there if he didn't have his little pit road incidents.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I felt like we've had good cars all season. I feel like Atlanta was probably one of my only shots so far being in the season to get either a win or another, second place or third place or whatever. But circumstances happen each week individually, and we just made some more adjustments on this auto club setup. We did pretty good at Michigan last year, so we had some good bases between Auto Club and Michigan, and I made a few adjustments that nobody else made before the race started, and it seemed to work out. So,
Yeah, that's good to hear. So, as long as iRacing is deploying dirt next Wednesday, and I fully expect that the iRacing universe is going to implode Wednesday night. But if we race Thursday at Martinsville, I know that's one of your good tracks. What can we expect out of Scott Ickes next week at Martinsville?
Well, can't charge corner, as I found out last season. Um, but I don't know. I've liked Martinsville a whole lot in my career. Getting all these other teams involved in the league now and stuff. It's going to be tougher to get up to the front, so you're going to have a fast Q lap and make sure you start up ahead at the start of the race and make sure you have good pit stops and stuff like that. I think I won there once a few years ago. I'd love to get back to Victory Lane there because it's definitely a fun track to race at. As long as everything's going your way. As soon as everything doesn't, then tempers seem to flare pretty quick.
Oh yeah.
We'll practice as much as we can to get prepared for that race, and just do like we do every week. Try to dig up some gold where there's a bunch of shit around it.
Yeah, I hear you, man. All right, Scott. Well, I have no doubts that you and the rest of Pinnacle will bring some good hot rods to the track next week at Martinsville. Good solid run tonight, Scott, and we appreciate you joining us. Look forward to seeing you next week.
Hey, appreciate it, guys. Keep doing the good work on the broadcast and making everybody look like professionals out there.
Well, it's clearly Fredericks who does all that.
Oh, right. Yeah, wink, wink.
Scott, again, congrats on the consistency so far this season. So far, you're looking like gonna be a contender for the championship. So we look forward to maybe interviewing you soon for a race win. But good job again tonight, and we'll see you again Tuesday night.
My teammates will let me know about that 4 laps ago. Yeah, but hopefully we'll get back into Victory Lane this season and contend for another one. Make it look interesting.
All right, Scott. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Thanks, guys. See you.
Well, Trey,
all right, without warning, I'm going to grab the beard and I'm going to pull him over here.
just snatch him down here.
Without warning, I grabbed him by the beard. I pulled him into the booth. Tonight's race winner, Tuesday night's winner, he wins too much. Randall Fox Racing. You made it look easy, bud.
Well, I tell you what, it wasn't easy. It was a struggle in practice, and we had good speed. But I just want to thank Dustin for coming through in the clutch. He got us rolling there at the very end. Decided to go with his package right before the race, and I was truly shocked. We ran it a little bit in practice, and it just wasn't what we wanted. I was very frustrated in practice, but kind of like last week. Look where we are now, or Tuesday. I'm sorry.
And I've heard that Dustin has a very nice package.
He might.
Package confirmed. Well, Randall, you're already aware. We do it every week when he's here. We got questions from Eli, and actually, I feel like it's a pretty good question. What was the difference in your approach tonight as opposed to Tuesday night winning that race?
That is a good question. Tuesday, it's all about wins, in my opinion. I just want to go out there and win those races, just to rack them up. Obviously, the championship comes along the lines, but when you get in the cup car, you just want to get, the best finish you possibly can with the group of guys that we got running. Talent levels stacked, so you gotta have the mindset and stay humble that you're not going to win each and every race, and you just got to get what you can get. And I was happy with bringing home a top 5 tonight, and lo and behold, we got it to Victory Lane again. And I couldn't be more happy. Again, this one's for Dustin Johnson because he's the one that brought this one through for us.
Well, you guys work really well together as a team. It's obvious. I think every week, you could flip a coin and say it's either going to be Randall, Dustin, or Chuck that's going to bring home a win or a top 3. It seems like we're talking to you guys every single week. So, speaking to you as the team owner, good job of assembling a good group of guys. That it's obvious that you guys got a lot of good chemistry and work really well tonight.
Yeah, it's a great group of guys. Good run for Todd tonight, and good run for Cater. I think he brought it home with the top 10 as well. Running with having them guys associated with us as well. There's Todd come in, had a great run tonight. I don't know exactly where he finished. I think he finished top 5, I believe, but I could be wrong. But
yeah, way wrong. 14th.
Wow, really? He was. I was trying not to even look where we were coming down to the end. I knew at one point he was up there with us. So yeah, he did run well. I know that. So it's a solid effort from everybody, and we've got good speed. We just try to keep this little momentum going.
Well, Randall, another night, another win. Pretty soon you're gonna have to buy a storage facility to carry all these trophies. But we look forward to seeing you again. Not necessarily in victory lane next week. I think it's time to let somebody else win. But we look forward to seeing you again Tuesday night from Martinsville, a place that we know you are no stranger at bringing home trophies as well.
Absolutely, can't wait for that one. One of my favorite places.
Well, I think if Randall Fox really likes the track, the rest of the league better watch out.
They're in trouble.
Yeah, he swept it this week. He might sweep it next week. So I guess everybody's going to have to tune in to find out.
Speaking of tuning in, we go live, 8:45 Eastern. We're bringing you the the stars of the OCRL coming from the short track of Martinsville Speedway. It's going to be a slobber knocker, as Morris would put it. I honestly can't wait, Trey.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be action-packed. What do we have? 2 cautions tonight.
That won't happen next week.
Yeah, I would say that's probably not going to happen next week in both series, as both series race at Martinsville. I think it's going to be action-packed at that little paperclip.
It's true, and if there's one week that you do not want to miss action of the OCRL, it's going to be next week. Like I said, we're going to come to you live, 8:45 Eastern. No, Tuesday night's going to be myself and Trey. I believe Kingston's going to join us. And then
our favorite Canadian.
Our absolute favorite Canadian. Not sure who's going to be there Thursday night other than me and Trey. But thank you.
I know. We need to find us another intern for Thursday nights.
I know, because my coffee cup's empty again, Trey.
Damn.
But on behalf of myself, Trey Landry, Thomas Morris, Matt Kingston, and our lead intern, Thomas Fredericks, we appreciate you joining us tonight. This has been a presentation of the OCRL.com's Google Chrome Cup Series. Randall Fox, your winner tonight. But join us again Tuesday night, 8:45 Eastern. We coming to you live from Martinsville Speedway. But until then, make sure you check out the podcast Tuesday morning. You can find it on the OCRL.com for updates regarding Jesus and Radi. But until Tuesday night, 8:45 Eastern, this is us signing off. Have a good one.
See ya!